Luke does tell Schwartz that him and Kristen hooked up for the first time before they came to the party.
Yeah, that was a little wild. Maybe that's what Kristen was upset about. What are we in
Like,
8th grade? Like, I just got a hand job.
yeah,
What are we
yeah.
doing?
Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about The Valley, Season 3, Episode number 2, Snip Snip. I think that's an appropriate title for this one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We start out with Danny and Nia at their house with them and the kids in the pool, which looks like a nice place for the kids, but it's too far. I feel like it's too far for them.
I feel like it wouldn't be too far if they weren't on a show with a bunch of people who live an hour away. Not an hour
Yeah, and
away, but
I don't even think it's just that, because I know that the twins, they film, like, they're the babies on what's that
oh,
show called?
yes,
George and
that's right.
Mandy. So
Yes.
they're always going to LA. So, like, I think it's just even getting back and forth to work, you know? Like,
Yes. Yes.
it's a commute. And then we see Schwartz at his condo with, Gordo, the dog that he shares with Katie, and his brother Bert was there. We have not seen Bert in many years.
I mean, we don't the only time I remember seeing Schwartz's siblings is when they got married and Jax arranged for them to be there, remember?
Yes. Yeah, I do. And then we see Kristen and Luke, and they're talking about the sip and see and about how Michelle and Schwartz were being flirty. But I think that it's just a friendship thing. I don't think that's anything, right?
No, I totally agree with you. I don't know if you listen to Reality Court because I forget which one it was on, but Ace was talking about Luke and Kristen, and he said I don't know if he said he witnessed it or if he heard that at BravoCon, they were in a really bad place, Luke and Kristen. Like, he said he heard that Luke was like, "I don't even wanna be with her anymore." Did you hear that?
No, no, I didn't.
Yeah. I hope it's not true. I hope they're okay, but Luke's annoying me a little bit with pushing for the intimacy already when she just had her first baby because you're not in
Yeah.
your right mind.
Right. And, she had fertility issues. So it wasn't just like, you know,
Yeah.
and she's older and there's a lot going on. I agree. I don't think I think he's being selfish.
Yes.
I think he's being
Yes.
selfish. That's my thought. That's my thought. And I did read, and I don't know if this was true or not, but that she was very, and I could see, I would be too, very upset that he was so open about the struggles with their intimacy on camera and, like, really putting it out there. Like,
Hey, but she
it's a
kind of
lot.
did too when she sat with Nia. She kind of did too.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't know if that was true. I
Right.
know I would be
Well, that's
upset
the
about
problem
that.
right now. You don't know what to believe any on social media,
Yeah.
with all AI and stuff like that.
Yeah. I did think it was interesting, though, when Kristen said, "My 4th trimester literally ended 2 days ago." Okay, Kristen, there's no such thing as a 4th trimester, thus
I
the
think
name
this is a new
trimester.
thing.
No, it is not. It is not a new we are not making this a new thing. There's
That's
not a new thing.
hysterical, hence the verbiage
Try.
trimester.
Yeah.
It would have to
No.
be your 4th mester, and there's no such thing. Wendy's right, don't try to make it a thing. It's not a thing.
Yeah, this is not a thing, Kristen. You could say that you are 3 months postpartum, I will take that, but
Right.
no, this is not your 4th trimester.
That's hysterical. Oh, millennials.
And Kristen, I did kind of appreciate this. And listen, I appreciate what she's going through. In her confessional, she's like, "I understand, like, Luke has his needs." And my therapist said, like, "What's 15 minutes out of your day?" And, Kristen's like, "But in my head, it's just like, I just pushed, a baby out of my vagina. Like, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet."
That's
What do you think?
okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But I'm glad she has a
Yeah.
therapist that she's
Yes.
talking it through.
Yeah.
I love seeing Zach go over to Brittany's house and seeing that sensory room that she put together for Cruz.
That
That was
isn't
so cool. Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, she's a
Um,
great mom, Brittany. She's a great mom. Remember when they were starting the whole divorce procedures and proceedings, and people online were bashing her, saying she's out drinking all the time. This, and I thought, I don't know, like maybe
no, I
while
don't think
she's
so.
filming, but listen, she's a great mom.
I agree. I totally agree. I loved how, like Zach, he greets Cruz and like he's hugging Cruz, and Cruz says Zach, and Brittany and Zach are like, I think he just said Zach, and Cruz is like, I did.
Yeah, like I felt
My
like that
heart.
was very genuine.
It was, and you could
Yeah.
see, like, how he really was loving Zach, and I know
Hmm.
that Zach and Brittany are very close, and I know that he goes over there and hangs out a lot, like, he does hang out with Cruz.
Yeah, and he's seeing a man be respectful and treat his mother nicely. So, of
Yeah,
course, he's gonna love Zach,
yeah,
compared to what the poor kid's seen otherwise.
yeah. Um, so Zach is also talking about Benji, how he thinks he's, like, the perfect partner for him, but Benji really wants kids, and Zach doesn't. That could be
Yeah,
a
that could be a
problem.
deal breaker.
Mhm. Could be a problem. I mean, I guess they'll figure it out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he really wants kids, don't just give him kids if you don't want them.
Right, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yes, yes. Zach is expressing his concerns to Brittany about Brandon. He feels like they're moving way too fast, and she kind of agrees that they're moving fast, and he wants her to really see all the red flags. The fact that he has 3 kids and 2 different baby mamas, I think that's a little bit of a red flag.
Well, it wouldn't be except that Zach said he has drama with both. Like, we know a lot of people who have children with different partners. Okay,
Right.
but when you have drama with both, you might be the common denominator causing the drama.
Yeah. And that's, like, the last thing she needs. Like, she doesn't need like,
100%.
she doesn't need that. Like, she doesn't need that.
No way.
So Sosa's birthday party, I thought that looked like an amazing one-year-old birthday party. I like seeing Lala's mom, Lisa. Her mom is on her podcast quite a bit. Like, she talks about her mom, and her mom is on her podcast. She's very, very much involved in her life and her parenting. Like, they're very close. Janet's nervous because she's going to see people there that she is not on good terms with. Honestly, I think she should be nervous. I think the
She
things
should
that
be
she said was
nervous.
horrible. I think she said
Yeah,
horrible
she's like,
things.
"I don't wanna feel awkward in the group." You caused the awkwardness. You called
Yeah.
Danny basically a sexual predator.
Yeah.
So, I think you are the cause of your own awkwardness, Janet.
Yeah. Lala is flirting with her 33-year-old lifeguard. Good for her.
How old is she, though? I mean, she's gotta be in that age group, right? Lala?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he
she's in
was
her
good
30s.
looking, so
Yeah, he's age appropriate for sure.
yeah, do what you gotta do. Even if you aren't,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Your kid's party, you do what you gotta do.
I was surprised when Schwartz asked Danny where he met Nia, and he said church, and he
I don't think
explained
we
the
ever
whole
heard that
thing.
before.
I
Yeah.
don't think we did either, but honestly, it totally tracks with who they are in their relationship and the fact that they work out problems, like, it tracks that he met her
Yep.
in church, right? I think it
I
does.
totally agree with you, and I think does speak to how they handle their business when somebody's making outlandish accusations
Right.
and how they stuck together. Like, it's just very important, and I always tell my nieces and nephews that too. Like, families comes with some drama sometimes, and not just family, friends and stuff like that, but as long as you and your significant other stay on the same page, form a united front,
Right.
you'll be fine. Because we're
Exactly.
all family, we all love each other, but your core is you and your spouse and your children. That's your core. So that's your united front right there.
Yeah. I was surprised to hear that, and I was happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Janet goes over to Jasmine, and she apologizes to her, and, Jasmine says thank you, but she's like, "I think that this is a bigger conversation, and it's really not for this party." And then Janet goes on to say a little bit that she's been in therapy, and, she knows that some of the things that she said, like, she shouldn't have said them, and she shouldn't have spoke about, what was going on. But then she goes on to say, like, "Well, is there something that you would like to apologize to me for?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
She's doing
Seriously, are you
everything
kidding me?"
except like just literally asking for an apology. She's doing everything but that.
I think she did do that. I think she did
Yeah,
ask for an
basically.
apology. Yeah.
And I kind of felt like Jasmine might have been put off by the whole conversation to begin with, because I have a feeling that Janet probably has not reached out to Jasmine at all while off camera. And now that the cameras are rolling again, now she's approaching her to apologize. I feel like Jasmine is the kind of person to give grace. And if a conversation had happened and an apology had happened off camera, she would have been more accepting in this moment and not been like, I think, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it. And it's not going to be here.
No, I totally agree. And I absolutely agree that she has not spoken to any of them since they
Yeah.
stopped filming. She hasn't spoken to
Yeah.
any of them that she had problems with. Yeah, she's talked to Lala and she's talked to Brittany and Michelle, but that's it. That's it. She's just awkward. She's just awkward.
Yeah, she's just basically asking for an apology. So I didn't understand that. So we see Zach meets up with Jesse for drinks, and they start talking about Lacey, and we'll get to that. But were they just not invited to the birthday party?
So Jesse, I guess, was not, because he dropped Isabella off at the birthday party, right? And it was a 1-year-old birthday party. So why would Lala invite Zach? Because
Yeah, I felt like it was kind of, I don't know. Like we're gonna see how Lala moves on this show. Like, I don't know. If you're filming for a show, it's an ensemble cast. Why are you leaving certain people out?
Well, and also Jasmine got invited last minute because that's what they were talking about. Because I guess Jasmine was supposed to be there at that aviator bar. Looked very cool.
Very, very cool. But if you're inviting Jasmine, who doesn't have children, why aren't you inviting Zach that doesn't have children?
Right.
I didn't like that, Lala.
No.
One strike against you.
I mean, Schwartz was there. Schwartz doesn't have children.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I don't know if you saw when Janet is talking to Brittany and Michele and Isabella's there and she's playing and she's got these Marc Jacobs sandals. And we find out that Lacey bought those sandals for her.
Yeah, I did see that.
So the interesting thing is I read a little bit about Lacey this week. I mean, I did watch, I think it was on the after show. I don't know, someplace I saw, but I read about her. So when Lacey was in her early teens, she was kidnapped and human trafficked. Did you know that?
I just read it this week as well.
Yes. I was like, I mean, it was it was for a day. I mean, anytime you're kidnapped is a trauma. I can't even imagine.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like,
into detail. Like, it didn't give details, like where she was, how it happened, but she was with someone else, right? It was herself and someone. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought, oh, wow, that's interesting.
Now, I don't know if you read this. I saw this very quickly and I couldn't find it again. So I'm praying that this isn't true, quite honestly. But I did see it very quickly. I forgot where. And when I went to look again, I couldn't find anything. People are making comments about her face and the structure. And I'm not personally. I'm just saying what I've seen on social media. And crooked has been the word that's being used. I saw, again, very quickly, she was assaulted and had to have plastic surgery, reconstructive surgery. I don't know if that's true or not, because when I went to find it again, I couldn't find it. But then I saw the thing about the kidnapping and I thought, well, wait a minute, maybe that's related.
Maybe it is related. I didn't see anything about that, and I honestly didn't notice anything about her face. I think she's a very beautiful girl.
Yes. She looks young, but she's very beautiful.
Yes, she does look young, but I do think I may like her, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I initially didn't like the way she was going up to Michele and, how she reached out to Michele, but I think as this season goes on, we'll actually get to know her a little bit more. I kind of like how Jesse moves around her. I think that Jesse respects her. And I didn't see that with Michele. So I think that there's something about her that may be good for Jesse. May make Jesse a better person.
Jesse likes her money personally. I think Jesse likes her money. That's my personal opinion. I think Jesse likes the finer things and he's going to do what he's got to do to get it. But that's more about Jesse and has nothing to do with Lacey. I feel like they could probably be very chaotic together, but we'll see. But so far, she's fine on the show so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like that he said he feels like they are equals as far as intellect. I personally felt like that was a dig on Michelle, like she's not smart enough, which she was
I
smart
didn't
enough to get
actually
away from you, Jesse.
I didn't even pick up on him saying that. I missed him saying that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I took it.
And I also found it was interesting that Jesse had met Lacey many, many years before, and they
Yeah,
were texting all the time, and then he met Michelle, and he stopped his connection with Lacey, and then I
yeah,
guess he picked it up again. So she wasn't some, like, random person. Like, he has a history with her.
yeah. I mean, he said that Lacey was trying to take steps to, like, create a cohesive, I guess, like, co-parenting situation. It's really not her place to do that. Like, we had this conversation last week. Now that they've been dating for a year, okay, now might be the time to pursue that, but not any time prior. I mean, you're not
Right.
engaged. So, a co-parenting just even using that term, it's just not applicable because you're dating.
Right. No, I agree. I totally agree. Luke does tell Schwartz that him and Kristen hooked up for the first time before they came to the party.
Yeah, that was a little wild. Maybe that's what Kristen was upset about, and that I don't blame her for. Like,
Yeah.
what are we in
Like,
8th grade? Like, I just got a hand job and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
what are we
yeah.
doing? And even using the term hooked up,
I
it's so
know.
vague.
I know. It is vague, and it's actually juvenile.
Mhm.
It's juvenile, right? It's just
Definitely
juvenile.
juvenile. Yes.
And then Lala goes
But it's
over to
also good
Nia.
to hear. It's good to hear that they got that
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah, it is good to hear. Lala goes over to Nia and, she says that she just wants like a level ground for her and Janet. Like she wants them, to see if they can mend things. And Nia's like, well, there's a lot of damage that's been done. Like, feel like, what is it I need to do? Like, I'm not going to apologize to her. She's the one who needs to really make amends to me and my husband.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lala brings Janet outside to Nia, and Nia's standing there, and, Janet doesn't apologize. I
She
mean, did
doesn't
right,
apologize.
right. I mean, she starts out with, like, "Is there anything you wanna say or get off your chest? I'm happy to listen." And he's like, "No." Like, I didn't even want this conversation, I'm sure she's thinking.
But in her confessional, Janet says, "I do owe her an apology for the words I used." But then she kinda doubles down and says that Nia defends certain behavior. So you're not if you apologize at this point, it doesn't even matter because you're still basically saying that Nia co-signs Danny's behavior, and you're not taking back the essay comment. You're not taking that
No.
back. If you did that, I think you could move forward with them. You never took it back. You didn't apologize even though in your confessional you said you should. So
Right,
that was a
right.
ridiculous scene, quite honestly.
It really was ridiculous, and I love that Nia just kinda stood there and is like, "Nope, don't have anything to say," and Janet's like, "Okay, well, congratulations and talk to you soon." I was like, "Ooh," and then Nia goes inside to go breastfeed, and she goes to walk in the room, and Janet's in the room. She's like, "Oops."
Talking about Nia to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it
Literally
might have
talking
even
about
been
Nia.
Lala.
It
Yeah.
wasn't Lala, it was one of their friends that they put her I think they put, like, her name and something underneath, like Janet's friend or because there were a
Okay.
lot of people there that we don't know, but obviously
Yeah,
in
no,
their
there
friend
were.
group.
Yeah, so I don't blame Nia. I mean, Nia's, she said it. I don't like Janet. That ship has sailed. I feel like she doesn't need to be friends with her. Like, why does she need? And I honestly don't like Janet either. I don't.
No. Does anybody listeners, is there anybody
Lala
out there except
and
Lala
Brit
that likes Janet?
and
And
Michelle
Brittany. And
and
Michelle.
Michelle.
I wonder if
I
Michelle
don't get
really
it.
does like Janet.
I think she
Lala
does.
defends her, though. Lala rides hard
I
for
know.
Janet.
I
But,
know.
I mean, listen, is Lala the best judge of character that we know? No.
No, no. I don't know. The next thing we see is Danny picks up Zach. He's going with him to get the consultation with the doctor for the vasectomy. I thought that was so nice that Zach went with him.
I thought it was too, but dude, Danny has no loss for dad jokes, man.
Oh my gosh.
And Zach's like, they are a comical duo together. I mean, I feel like Zach shooting with any of the straight guys on this show is a comical duo. Like I love the scene with Zach and Jesse. I'm like, have we ever had a scene with just Zach and Jesse? I like Zach and with any like people are of course online like, why are Jasmine and Zach even on this show? I love Zach with any of the straight guys shooting a scene. I think it's comical.
I do too. I do too. And
Yeah.
I think that they really are friends because, like Danny said, like he went with him to get the Scrotox. Danny went
Yes, he
with Zach
did.
when he went his Scrotox.
To make his balls look older. I don't know what that was about.
I know. I know. I still don't get that. I still don't get that. But watching that whole scene with the doctor and, you know, he said about the dog being neutered, and the doctor's like, "We are not removing your testicles." Jesse, Danny's just like, "Yeah, okay, okay."
So funny.
Jesse and then Lacey, we see them go out to eat. Jesse describes Lacey as sassy and bougie. Okay, I mean,
But she
she
only
said
wears
she
Zara
lives in the.
jeans.
Okay, is there something wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing
Like,
wrong. Listen, Zara to them, Zara, even when the Beverly Hills Housewives talks about like to them, Zara is our like, I don't even know Express. I don't know. Like,
Express.
but
Yeah.
Zara is still expensive, people. I mean, of course you can get some items that are very reasonably priced, but I'm sure Zara jeans are probably $200. Like, I'm not buying $200 jeans. I can assure you of that. I
Yeah, but
would
if you
though if they
listen, if
fit
you
well because I love
it
jeans.
that's it. If you find a jean that fits you well and you like the fit, you're going to spend the money, right?
Yeah, I mean, I only buy Express jeans because they happen to fit my body very well. And Express jeans are $88, but I only buy them when they're on sale because I'm not even
Yeah.
spending $88 on jeans. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, so it's not like Zara's like, I'm not even going to say, I'm not even going to make a comparison.
Yeah. But she lives on the Newport Coast, but she was born in San Clemente. Like, that means nothing to me. I mean, the Newport Coast means something, but her house is 4,000 square feet and has 5 bedrooms. She got married in her 20s. She had her little girl, and then she got divorced. Like, okay.
And I don't know who she was married to, but she did very well in her divorce.
Yes. So their daughters, her little girl and Jesse's little girl, like they play well together. And Lacey's is talking about freezing her eggs because I guess, she's not sure exactly what she wants to do, but she wants to have options. Which,
Yeah.
listen, I think that's fine. I think we're all
Yeah.
entitled to have options.
Absolutely. I like when he was like, well, she's like, not you, me.
Right.
It was very Craig and Paige. Remember when Paige was talking about freezing her eggs? And
Yes.
Craig was like, well, should I be doing that? Like,
Right.
not that he has eggs.
Right. Right. But no, he wanted to check his sperm and do something with
Right.
that. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Did she ever do that? Did Paige ever freeze her eggs? I wonder.
I don't know. I mean, not that we ever saw, but I'm sure she did.
I don't.
She seemed serious
I bet you
about
she
it.
probably did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet
I
you she
bet you
probably
she
did.
did. She, listen, I'm not saying she should, but if that's in the back of your mind, I don't know what kind of process it is. I don't know if it's a painful process. I don't know. So, but if that's in your mind, then you should do it
No, it's
because
painful. It's
you're never
painful.
going to regret doing it, but you might regret not doing it. Yeah, I would
I totally
imagine
agree.
it's painful and it's not a very pleasant experience.
Yeah. Then we see Schwartz meets up with Michele and they go to the salt cave. And there's also I know, I love a salt cave, but I
I
really
know.
love a sound bath. I really love a sound bath. I really do.
That was nice what they went to.
Yes. We've done the salt cave, but ours didn't have a sound bath in it. Next time
No,
we need
but
a
when
sound
we
bath in
did
ours.
yoga that one time, we had a sound bath in it, remember?
We had the sound bath.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So Sarah asks them why they're there, and Michelle's like, she, went through she's going through, she's not even through a really nasty divorce, and her mother has passed away, and she's still dealing with that, which is completely understandable. And yeah, I know, I did
I
too.
know.
I did too. And you know what? I think it's not uncommon that when you lose your mother, the grieving process is a long time. It's not, it's not just a straight
Yeah.
line, and everyone grieves differently.
For sure, and it's your mom, like, it's
Yeah,
your mom.
it's your mom.
Nobody's
Yep,
ever
it's your mom.
there's nobody else like that, like her, ever.
Right. Schwartz says that, he's at the end of a climactic and dramatic few years. But lately he's been pretty peaceful. I'm like, Schwartz, he's so funny.
He does have a way of words.
You know what? He's very intelligent, Schwartz.
Yes, he is. He is.
He is.
He's one of those people, and, we know plenty of them, very book smart, not so much with the
Hmm.
common sense.
Yes. Yeah. I thought, to be honest with you, I thought that he had a girlfriend. I thought he was seeing someone seriously, but after watching these last few episodes, it doesn't really seem like he does. It seems like he's very single.
Well, let's hope so, because I mean, unless she just didn't wanna film, but even if she doesn't wanna film, like, you're on a reality TV show, so if you have a girlfriend, be forthcoming with that,
Yeah,
and
like
don't be
don't
trying to
right.
fake a future relationship with Michelle. I mean, we're all seeing through this. I mean, he's trying, but she's like, "No, no. This is how rumors get
No.
started. No, no."
Right. Right. And well, Tom says that, he's sad that he doesn't have a family. He's where he's at this point in his life, and he doesn't have a family, and he's now to the point where he's gonna really put himself out there and, see if that's something that's in the cards for him. And Michelle says she really just misses the affection. And I can understand that because you know what? One, her divorce is not over and traumatic, and at least she has Isabella. Like you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, and I'm sure she's missing the affection for a long time because it didn't sound like she and like, that was one of her things, like,
right,
"You're not
right,
affectionate with me."
right. Right. I loved how when Danny was telling Nia about his appointment, his spin on it was how he had to ejaculate 35 times to let all the swimmers out before he had his thing.
Yeah.
And he can't do anything around the house for 10
Yeah,
days, can't
"I'm
pick up the
bedridden for
kids.
10 days." I'm like, he didn't say that."
Right.
And then they flash back to what the doctor really said.
Right. Exactly. And Nia said, you sit home with some ice on your balls for a few hours and you're fine. And Danny's
Yeah.
like, no, a few days. And she's like, listen, if a woman can have a C-section cutting through 7 layers of her
Yep,
body and walk around the same day, I think you'll be just fine. I was like, oh, that's
yep,
right, you will.
yep,
Right?
exactly. And you are up and walking that day. Take it from me.
Yep.
With a belly full of gas that you have to walk. You can't just lay there. You'll be in excruciating pain if you just lay there. You have to
Yeah.
get the gas out. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep. We're talking about 2 tiny little incisions. He'll be fine.
Yep, yep.
She's nervous about she's not making enough milk. Adelaide's not really latching well. And she's really struggling. She's really struggling being so far away from her friends. You can see that she's completely overwhelmed. And I think that Danny's definitely going to be there for her. I think she's got a great partner in Danny. I think she needs to just reach out to her friends too and let them help her. Let them
Yeah.
help her.
And I think Danny's, coping mechanism is to try to be to try to joke.
Right.
But I agree with you that when it comes down to it, he's gonna be there for her. He's gonna help her. You He's gonna
Yes.
tell a lot
Yeah.
of dad jokes through the process, but he's gonna be there with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think Michelle and Schwartz are gonna plan a San Diego trip, like what they were talking about?
I do think so. I think that's going to be the
Yeah.
next trip. Yeah.
So that'll be
I
fun to
wonder why they
watch.
picked San Diego. I think that will be fun.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
guess
I
this
mean,
is
I've been there, but I don't know what it's, like, known for, but I mean, they were doing this, like, holistic thing, and she grew up there. Michelle grew up there. I loved when she said that she's been going to Tijuana
Oh, yeah, that's
since
right.
she was a junior in high school,
Yes, that's right.
going to the clubs and then sneaking back in the house. But, she said her parents were very spiritual, so maybe San Diego is known for that a little bit.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I listen, I like the Valley. I'm liking this season so far.
Me too. I very much am.
If Janet gets iced out, I'm okay with that. I really am.
So, okay, like, I wanna say it. I wanna say it. And I'm keeping a close eye on Lala. I just don't know. I just don't know. And so you listen to her podcast, like, are she and Sheena still not friends? The saddest part about that is how close Ocean and what is Sheena's daughter's name?
Summer. Summer Moon.
Summer, how close they were. And don't they, like, live
They
next
still
door to each
are.
other?
In Palm Springs, they live next door to each other. And
Okay.
in the Valley, They go to the same school. The kids still are close. The kids still see
Okay,
each
good.
other.
So what, like, the
The
grandparents
kids
kinda make it happen?
or Brock and, somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the kids still see each other. The kids still
Well,
see each other,
that's
which is
good because
good.
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it is good. It is good. I think it's sad, though. I definitely think it's sad. I think it's sad because they really were very close.
They were, and it wasn't like a big like, what happened? Like, but it wasn't like a big thing, right?
I mean, like, they
It
both
was
kinda
something
gave
about
their
somebody's
side of
book,
it.
right? Sheena's book?
Well, Sheena put out her book, and she didn't feel like Lala was supportive of it, like, she sent her the book, and she only posted about it, like, a couple days later, like, she didn't feel like she was there for her, and words were said, and I just think it's stupid. I mean, at this point in
Yeah.
your life, just get over it.
Yeah, like,
Just
you're
get over
grown
it.
adults. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
jobs, you got kids, you got one's got a husband, like, what are you doing?
yeah,
Like, why do you wanna
I don't
create
know.
that kind of mess for yourself?
But I
Sometimes
also think
messes
it
are
had some
created anyway, but
I think it had something to do too with the Brock thing. I think that Lala may have told somebody and
right.
she shouldn't
I feel like
have. I
Zach
think
might
she
have
may
been
have
involved in this.
well, I wouldn't be surprised, to be quite honest with
Right.
you. I don't remember exactly because 'cause it's been a while now at this point. It
I
was a
wish
while ago
Lala
that
would
this
just come
happened,
out and say that it's fake and phony and it's just a story and it never happened. I wish she would
but
just
it's
come out and
not.
say that.
Yeah. And then the other issue was they both started talking about it on their own podcast. Like, you never
Right.
wanna do that. Like,
No,
you know,
that's not good. That's not gonna end well.
no, it never does. It never does, and I did see also did you see Stassi was, like, condemning Amanda Batula?
I did see that.
I was surprised. I was surprised she entered the chat on that one, to be honest with you.
Totally agree with you. But I
And
will
Amanda
say
was out?
this, yeah, I am going to watch this season of Summer House because somebody on social media was talking about how has Ciara was it this season that Ciara, like, has, like, spoken? Because I know she has in the past, but to me, it seemed like it was more recent. She was talking about how difficult it is to be a woman of color
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
house, so it's this season
Yeah.
again, she's speaking about it. Okay, so I am gonna rewatch it because basically the person who was mentioning that was like, "You just saw one of your best friends, like, go through this whole thing." Like,
And
you know
right. And it was yeah. It wasn't just that. What Sierra was saying is, I got a lot of grief as a woman of color dating a white man and the way I
Right,
was treated. Like,
right.
you have no idea. And her friend Mia is on this season of Summer House, like, Sierra's very good friend, and I love Mia. Like, she just came in, but I feel like she's always been there, like, she fits in perfectly.
Okay.
Literally fits
Yeah.
in perfectly, and she chimed in, and the new guy, KJ, chimed in, like, you know, yes, this is exactly what happened, and Sierra is so vulnerable, and she always is, and the fact that,
He always is.
she always is, like, today we're recording this, it's Saturday, April 11th. Just yesterday, Friday, April 10th, Amanda put out on her social media, like, "Okay, well, it's time for me, like, to go out," when she knew damn well she was gonna be going out that last night with West and seen and photographed because he had been away, and now he's back. Come on. Like, do
Yeah.
better.
Amanda, man, you've disappointed a whole group of people. Listen, Stassi doesn't say much, but when she says things, people do listen, and it's normally like a pretty poignant statement. So, listen, we've said it before. At this point in your life, Amanda, you can control who you fall in love with. I'm sorry. I don't think that this was some, you know, love at first sight and he swept you off your feet and you had no control. That's not what happened. You saw what this guy did to your friend. He was a douche bag. He got so jacked up in the limelight of becoming famous. That should have been enough to give you the ick on this guy. That should have been enough. How he acted, like, when Paige called him out at that reunion when she was like, "You're texting us like, 'Isn't this great?'" Meanwhile, Carl and Lindsay were going through a broken engagement. Like, they're actually our friends, and we felt bad for them, and you're saying how great this season was and how great our lives are gonna be. Like, this guy is no good. So, I'm sorry, Amanda. This could have been avoided. And they're not gonna last. It's not like Wes and Amanda are gonna go off into the sunset together and live a long, happy life together. I would be shocked if that happens.
Well, did you see Sierra was on the, red carpet for, Euphoria premiere? And she said that. She said, like, "If you do this to your friend, I hope it's because you guys are gonna get married. Like, what's the end game? They're not gonna get
What's
married.
the
Like,
end
that's
game?
like" right. There's no end
You
game
just
for this.
effed
This is
over
ridiculous.
one of your best friends who has nonstop been there for you with your dysfunctional marriage that's been dysfunctional since it started. No marriage is perfect, but yours was jacked up from the beginning. And she stood by you this whole time, and this is what you do to her.
Yeah. No, it's not
Yeah,
good.
Amanda, man. I mean, she was never a fan fave of mine. Phew, certainly not now.
No. Yeah, you should watch Summer House. It is very good,
I'm
and
going
we'll
to.
start talking about it. We'll talk about it. Alright, so
I
I
mean,
don't have
definitely
anything
after
else
the
for this.
reunion. We'll
Yes,
definitely
for
cover the
sure.
reunion because that's gonna be wild. Yeah.
It definitely will be. So, until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.